All right, good morning, everybody. Here we are at 11alive.com. We are continuing to follow breaking news now. This has been with us since 4:30 this morning. This happened earlier in the morning. We had some very dramatic fire. We're going to put all that up at 11alive.com for you. But what happened? A tractor trailer traveling 75 southbound strikes one of the bridge supports at Windy Hill. Now, this is some looks at it right here. You could see what is left of that tractor trailer. We're still trying to exactly find out the contents of this, but we do know that there were some sort of chemicals in barrels that this tractor trailer was transporting. Now, once this thing struck that bridge at Windy Hill, a fire ensued. The good news is the driver was able to escape that tractor trailer without injury. So definitely some good news there. No injuries reported from any of the firefighters that were battling this blaze. But as you can see here, this tractor trailer completely destroyed on 75 southbound between Delk Road and Windy Hill. The white substance you see on the road there, that is some of that drying agent that they put out to try to clean up these chemicals. Whatever this chemical was, this fluid not only leaked all over the road, but was exploding as these crews were trying to battle this blaze. So as you can imagine, it's been quite a scene and quite a cleanup. We've been watching crews just kind of milling around trying to figure out exactly what's happening. We see two heavy-duty wreckers on the scene there. They're going to haul this thing off, but it looks like they're going to have to probably break this thing up into pieces. You see that Bobcat out there? That's been offloading and unloading onto a dump truck. Again, it is just a massive scene here. Couldn't happen at a worse time in one of the worst areas. Let's go to the video that we got from and PD, and boy, look at this right here. You could see those bridge supports. That's where that tractor trailer initially struck. Debris all over the road. This fire catching some of that median on fire there, and boy, look at that blaze off in the distance. Again, this was the chemicals inside this tractor trailer that began burning and then exploding as crews were trying to battle that blaze. You can only imagine what that was like. That is some intense fire right there. So we appreciate Cobb County sending out that video to us. And again, we go back to the scene live. The Sky Tracker has been over this. Shortly after 6 o'clock, they arrived. But boy, when we came on the air at 4:30, we knew this was going to be a mess when you shut down 75 southbound between Delk Road and Windy Hill. Of course, on one of the biggest travel days of the year. A lot of folks want to get that early holiday jump on the traffic, and unfortunately, it has been an absolute disaster. Let's get over to my maps real quickly because I want to give you a little bit of good news. We, for whatever reason, we're scratching our heads all morning saying, why aren't the 75 South express lanes open? Well, look to the right of your screen. Happy to report they have finally opened them, but that was after 6 o'clock. In fact, it was not till about 6:30 they reopened those express lanes. So, folks, if you got that Peach Pass, that is where you'll want to be. Of course, that's probably where you're going to be anyway, but bumper to bumper. And we're talking about 12 plus miles of backup along I-75. In fact, these backups are beginning to impact 575. I'll go through some of my maps here as the rest of the rush hour sleeping. I mean, we saw a little bit of volume on 85, but nothing compared to this scene here. All right, the tractor trailer fire, 75 southbound, sits between Delk and Windy Hill. Now, they're diverting traffic off at Delk Road. Folks were jumping off the interstate at the South Loop, the North Loop, Highway 5. Once they saw those brake lights, they're like, I got to get out of this. But unfortunately, look at these delays. Not only is 75 back towards Barrett Parkway, but 575 is now backed up beyond Chastain Road. So this is impacting folks coming down from Canton, Holly Springs, Woodstock, Kennesaw, through Marietta. It is just far and wide. Now, Cobb Parkway is one of the biggest alternates we give you. Whenever there's a situation on 75, all of us traffic reporters, we send you over to Cobb Parkway. That is not where you want to be right now. Cobb Parkway is an absolute nightmare in itself because everybody went for that. Now, Powers Ferry was an earlier alternate, but these delays are so bad you're not even going to be able to get to Powers Ferry. So we've got to really start thinking outside the box. If you know your way around Barrett Parkway will get you to the west side of 75. You could come around the backside of Marietta and South Cobb, or the backside of Marietta and Dobbins Air Reserve, and take South Cobb Drive or Atlanta Road. Both of those will get you back to the perimeter, and then you can head back up towards I-75. I'm even thinking about one of the crazier alternates. I'm going to call it my insane alternate, by taking Barrett Parkway. And I know this is a long way to go, but it's a lot better than just sitting in hours of traffic. Barrett Parkway will connect you with either the east-west connector, and you kind of go through Smyrna, or think about Barrett Parkway. It hooks up with Windy Hill. You could take Windy Hill and get back on the scene, because this is between Delk and Windy Hill. So you can enter 75 south from Windy Hill. So even though I call that my insane alternate, it's really not a bad alternate. The best news we're seeing here is on the right side, the express lanes are open. Well, that's not great news for the thousands of you that are stuck in this nightmarish ride. This tractor trailer again. Oh my goodness gracious, folks. This is a live look from the Sky Tracker. They're showing us this backup. And as I mentioned, it's over 12 miles. We know there's a lot of truck traffic that travels along I-75 south, coming in from the Nashville area, heading through Atlanta. You combine that with not only a Friday morning rush hour, but with the busiest travel holiday, Labor Day. Folks wanting to get out of town, get that long weekend going, and unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. Miles and miles of backup as the Sky Tracker is, look at that, just showing you, and these delays again impacting 575 all the way back beyond Chastain Road. Now, unfortunately, it's only going to get worse. We know the word has gotten out. Hopefully, you guys and gals have been watching 11 Alive, and we've been showing you this since 4:30 this morning. Boy, I wish those express lanes were a little bit more packed, but this is all because of an overnight wreck involving a tractor trailer that struck the support beam at Windy Hill, 75 south at Windy Hill, catching fire. Chemicals inside that trailer not only ignited, but began to explode. Crews got out there. They battled that. Again, the best news is no injuries on the fire department side or the driver of that tractor trailer. But as you can imagine, look at this video that we got from Cobb County. That is going to be quite a nightmare to clean up. I would imagine they're going to have to get some bridge inspectors out there as well. Make sure that all these support beams are secured. So that could even take longer. GDOT telling me earlier that 7 o'clock they thought they were going to have these lanes open. Well, unfortunately, that was just wishful thinking. Oh boy, once again, we go right up top to the Sky Tracker, and it is miles and miles of backup. Those folks that have peach passes in that express lane, you are the good ones right now. You're excited about that, but those lanes did not open up until about a half hour ago. Now, folks, we're going to continue to cover this for you right here at 11alive.com. We're going to do a couple of network cut-ins at 7:26, 7:56. Chesley's going to keep watching that forecast for you. We know a lot of folks have plans in town, so we're going to keep an eye on that 7-day forecast for you, because things are going to be a little bit unsettled. But again, this is 75 southbound, shut down between Delk Road and Windy Hill. As soon as they get these lanes reopened, we'll let you know. But 75 south, not the place to be. Even 575 impacted with this major traffic alert and breaking news. Folks, we're going to continue to cover this probably for a good portion of the morning at 11alive.com and live on air. Stick with us.